Something massive is hiding in the shadows of our solar system. Something we've never seen, but whose fingerprints may already be shaping the orbits of distant worlds. Astronomers believe it could be a planet bigger than Earth, colder than Pluto, and so far away that no telescope has ever caught its light. They call it Planet 9, but here's the twist. No one has ever laid eyes on it. Instead, scientists are chasing clues, strange alignments, bizarre orbits, and cosmic puzzles that defy explanation. The deeper they dig, the stranger the story gets. And the big question remains, is Planet 9 real, or are we chasing a ghost? The mystery began in 2016. Astronomers Mike Brown and Konstantin Batygin were studying the farthest known objects in our solar system, the so-called extreme trans-Neptunian objects, icy worlds drifting beyond Pluto. But when they mapped these distant orbits, they noticed something impossible. Instead of being scattered randomly, 6 of these objects were strangely aligned, almost as if an invisible hand were tugging them into place. Statistically, the chance of this happening by coincidence was tiny, less than 1 in 1,000. The only explanation? Something massive was pulling on them from the shadows. Brown and Batygin ran the numbers. Their calculations suggested an unseen planet, perhaps 5 to 10 times the mass of Earth, circling the Sun on a huge, stretched-out orbit so far away it would take thousands of years to complete a single loop. And here's the irony. Mike Brown is the very same scientist who once killed Pluto, arguing it didn't deserve to be called a planet. Now, he was the one bringing a new planet into the picture. If true, Planet 9 wouldn't just be another rock. It would completely reshape our understanding of the solar system. But the real chase was only beginning. As soon as the theory went public, the search exploded. Professional astronomers, powerful observatories, even backyard stargazers, all wanted to be the first to spot the hidden world. Every new discovery seemed to push the idea forward. More distant objects were found with the same unusual clustering, strengthening the case. Even stranger, some were orbiting in reverse, moving in the opposite direction of the planets we know. It looked like a cosmic fingerprint left behind by something big. The media ran wild with headlines about a new planet, while scientists quietly worked through telescope data, calculating where it might be hiding. But there was a problem. Despite all the excitement, no one could see it. They scanned the skies, searched old star maps, and pored through digital archives. Each time, the result was the same. Nothing. The chase turned into an obsession. Astronomers knew what the math suggested, but without proof, it was just a ghost story. And that's when the skeptics stepped in. At first, the idea of Planet 9 looked strong. Simulations showed it could explain the clustering perfectly, but other scientists weren't convinced. What if the orbits weren't being shaped by a hidden planet at all? What if they only looked clustered because of the way we search the skies? Think of it like shining a flashlight into a dark forest. You'll only see what's caught in the beam, not the whole picture. Astronomers argued that telescopes were biased, pointed in certain directions, at certain times of year. In other words, Planet 9 might not exist. It could all be an illusion, a trick of incomplete data. And if that wasn't enough, alternative theories started popping up. Some suggested a vast disk of icy debris could tug on the orbits. Others thought a passing star, long ago, might have twisted them into place. And a few even proposed something radical. Maybe our understanding of gravity itself breaks down in the far reaches of space. The debate grew louder. For every scientist who swore the math proved Planet 9, another claimed the evidence was nothing more than wishful thinking. Still, the mystery deepened. Because if Planet 9 really was out there, why was it still invisible? The hunt turned relentless. Massive telescopes like Subaru in Hawaii, Pan-STARRS, and the Dark Energy Survey pointed toward the outer solar system, combing through the darkness pixel by pixel. But spotting Planet 9 wouldn't be easy. At that distance, it would shine 1,000,000 times fainter than the dimmest star visible to the naked eye. It would crawl across the sky so slowly it could take years to notice its motion. In other words, it could be hiding in plain sight, disguised as just another faint dot among billions. Astronomers went further, digging into the past. They scoured decades of archived images, from NASA's infrared satellites like IRAS and WISE, searching for any object moving too slowly to be a star. They hoped to find a faint, forgotten speck that had slipped through unnoticed. But time after time, the results came up empty. No clear planet, no smoking gun. For a moment, it seemed like the trail had gone cold. Maybe the skeptics were right. Maybe there was nothing out there at all. And then, just when hope was fading, a strange new clue appeared. With no planet in sight, some scientists began thinking outside the box. What if Planet 9 wasn't a planet at all? One radical idea. Maybe it was a primordial black hole. Imagine something only a few centimeters across, but weighing as much as Earth. Invisible, silent, drifting through the outskirts of our solar system. It wouldn't reflect light like a planet, it would swallow it. Such a black hole could easily hide among the stars, detectable only by the way it bends light or tugs on passing objects. If true, it would mean a fragment of the Big Bang itself has been orbiting with us all along, hiding in the cold dark for billions of years. Others pushed even stranger ideas. Could Planet 9 be a rogue world, captured from another star system long ago? Or a gas giant flung out of the inner solar system during its violent youth, now exiled to the edge? Each possibility was more mysterious than the last. But whether planet, black hole, or something else entirely, the evidence still pointed towards something. By the late 2010s, technology finally began to catch up to the mystery. The Rubin Telescope in Hawaii conducted some of the deepest, most detailed sky surveys ever attempted, capable of spotting objects hundreds of times fainter than Pluto. And soon, an even greater tool was promised. The Vera C Rubin Observatory in Chile, designed to scan the entire southern sky every few nights. Rubin would produce the most complete cosmic map humanity has ever built. If Planet 9 exists, if anything massive lurks beyond Neptune, Rubin should find it. Meanwhile, powerful computers simulated the solar system in ways never before possible. Over and over, the data showed that the strange clustering of distant objects made the most sense if something big was hiding out there. In fact, the models suggested that without Planet 9, the outer solar system should look completely different from what we see today. And yet, even as the technology sharpened, the planet remained invisible. If Planet 9 is real, it would be the biggest astronomical discovery of the century. Think about it. For thousands of years, humans have believed the solar system was a closed book. We mapped the planets, gave them names, sent probes to visit them. We thought we knew the family portrait of our cosmic neighborhood. But Planet 9 would mean the picture is incomplete, that a giant, hidden world has been orbiting beside us all along, shaping the solar system from the shadows. It could explain mysteries that have haunted astronomers for decades. Why do some comets dive in from strange, tilted angles? Why do distant objects have such stretched, chaotic orbits? And why does the solar system seem asymmetrical, as if weighted down by something unseen? Planet 9 could be the missing piece, the gravitational anchor, tying it all together. But if it isn't real, then the mystery is even deeper. Because something is shaping those orbits. Something we still don't understand. Here's where things take a darker turn. Imagine Planet 9 isn't just out there, quietly circling the sun. Imagine its orbit is slowly bringing it closer. On timescales of millions of years, such a massive body could destabilize comets in the distant Oort cloud, sending swarms of icy missiles plunging toward the inner planets, including Earth. Some scientists have even suggested that hidden planets like this could be linked to periodic mass extinctions. And if the black hole idea is correct, then a fragment of the early universe itself is lurking in our backyard. A tiny void of darkness, capable of swallowing anything that drifts too close. We would never see it, only feel its pull. The thought is unsettling. For all our science and exploration, there may be something vast and dangerous. So, is Planet 9 real? The truth is, we don't know. The evidence is compelling, but the smoking gun is still missing. Maybe it's a planet, maybe a black hole, maybe nothing at all. But here's what we do know. The outer solar system is stranger than we ever imagined. Worlds like Sedna in 2012 VPON 113 follow orbits that make no sense without a hidden force. Comets arrive from impossible angles. Something is out there, or something once was. In the next few years, with new observatories like Rubin and next-generation space telescopes, we may finally find the answer. We may see Planet 9 rise from the darkness at last, or we may discover that the mystery goes even deeper than anyone imagined. Either way, the hunt will change how we see our place in the cosmos, because if a hidden world can drift unseen just beyond Pluto, shaping our solar system for billions of years, then how much else is still waiting in the shadows of the universe? And maybe, just maybe, we aren't ready for what we're about to find.